Hi, boys and girls. Welcome to Bible time. I hope you are all ready to hear the next story I have to tell you about. It is about Saul who refuses to wait. Remember our Bible verse, James 5:8, be ye also patient. Now you say it. Good job. So today, listen to find out what Saul lost because of his impatience that led to his disobeying God's commandment. Remember, we have to be patient and wait patiently, okay? Just like our Bible verse says. Saul, the very first king of Israel, was facing an important battle. Israel's enemies, the Philistines, were causing trouble for Israel. King Saul had gathered together an army of 3,000 men to help him fight the Philistines. 2,000 of these men were with King Saul. Saul's son, Jonathan, had the other 1,000 men with him. One day, Jonathan and his men attacked a group of Philistine soldiers. The Philistines were angry about Jonathan's victory. They planned to get back at the Israelites. Saul blew a trumpet to call more soldiers to fight for Israel. Look at that story right there. More people began coming to Saul's camp to help him fight the Philistines. The Philistines were gathering an army too, but they had many more soldiers in their army than the Israels did. There were so many soldiers that they were like grains of sand on the seashore. There were too many to even count. They also had thousands of chariots and horses. When the Israelites found out how many men were in the Philistines' army, they began to become frightened. Show me your frightened look. Oh, I'm so frightened. Oh, the Israelites were so frightened because the Philistines had so many in their army. Israelites went and hid wherever they could find a place. Some hid in caves, some hid among the trees and bushes or behind rocks. Some found deep pits and wells in the ground to hide in. Most of the Israelites thought that they could never win a battle against the Philistines. Many decided that they would not help. They would just hide until the fighting was over. Many men ran away from the army and crossed the Jordan River to stay in a safer place. Saul looked at the men who were there with him. They were so scared that they were trembling. Saul wished that Samuel, the prophet of the Lord, would hurry and come. Samuel had told him to wait for him. Samuel had promised that in 7 days, show me 7 fingers, 7 days, he would come to offer sacrifices to God and show Saul what he should do. No one was supposed to offer a sacrifice without the help of a priest, and Samuel was a priest. Saul and his men waited 7 days, and on the 7th day, Saul was tired of waiting. I will go ahead and offer the sacrifice myself, he decided. Samuel must not be coming. How many days did Samuel say to wait? 7 days. And on the 7th day, Saul was impatient. He said, I don't want to wait anymore. You know how sometimes when you raise your hand and Mrs. Burning calls and you decided, I don't want to wait anymore, and you just call out? You have to be patient. And Saul was not being patient. On the 7th day, he said, I guess Samuel's not coming. So he said, I'm just going to do it myself. Saul disobeyed God's commandment, which God had given to him through Samuel. Saul did not wait patiently in faith for Samuel. He went ahead with the sacrifices himself. As soon as he had finished offering the sacrifices, Samuel came, and Samuel went out to meet him. Look at that picture. What have you done? Asked Samuel. Saul knew he had disobeyed God. He started making excuses. My men were running away. You hadn't come, and the Philistines were gathering a big army, said Saul. I was afraid that the battle would start before you would come and ask the Lord to help us. I didn't know what to want to wait anymore, so I went ahead and made the offering myself. You have done a foolish thing, said Samuel. You have not kept God's commandment, and because of this, your family will not get to keep the kingdom. When you die, another man, not your son, will be Israel's king. The Lord helped Israel in the battle with the Philistines, and then they had a great victory. But Saul, he had lost everything, very important. Because he had disobeyed God's commandment and had not waited for Samuel to seek God's help in the battle, he would not get to pass his kingdom on to his son. God would choose a new king, one who would want to obey him. God chose David to be the next king. pretty sad, isn't it? That Saul disobeyed and didn't wait patiently. Samuel said he would be there in 7 days. And he was right. He was there on 7 days, but Saul became impatient. He couldn't wait any longer. On the 7th day in the morning, he was like, I'm just done. I'm just going to do the sacrifice myself. So who was the first king of Israel? Who was the first king of Israel? That's right, Saul was. And who had more in their army in the beginning in our story? Who had more? The Philistines. The Israelites were scared. What did they go do? They went and hid. They hid in caves, under bushes. They didn't want to fight. They were so scared because the Philistines had so many in the army. It was like grains of sand. You couldn't even count how many they had in their army. But you know one thing the Israelites had on their side, and because of that they won? Who was that? God. That's right. So if Saul was patient, like he should have been, like Samuel told him to be, his son would have become the next king. But because he was impatient, Saul's son was not the next king. Who became the next king of Israel? That's right, David did. What does this lesson teach us? What does this lesson teach us? To be patient. Let's say our Bible verse again. James 5:8. Be ye also patient. Say it again. Now you say it. I won't say it. That's right. I want you to think about what that means. Try being patient today at home, or maybe you already have been patient, or when we're on live Zoom, be patient for your turn, raising your hand, and Mrs. Burning will call on you. Thank you for joining us for Bible time. Can't wait to see you guys. Bye.